While we hadn't seen a huge amount of wildlife during this trip so far, we got to make up for it with quite a few bison sightings on our way back to British Columbia. We also saw our first caribou on the road. Young ones, without fully formed antlers yet. The drive to Fort Nelson, which cuts through the Canadian Rockies, was quite spectacular, as the road winds between turquoise-colored streams and rivers, mountains and peaks that seem to rise from the very edge of the road. Liard Hot Springs are the second largest in Canada. The warmth of the springs has allowed lush and diverse vegetation around them. We contemplated staying at the campground in Liard, but there was only one spot left, and it felt a bit too crowded for us, so we decided to get back on the road. As we continued driving east, we got to witness one of the most spectacular rainbows we'd ever seen, and we even drove through it. Escaping the very popular Liard Hot Springs led us to the magnificent Muncho Lake. Muncho Lake is supposed to be very popular early in the summer, and getting a campsite there could be quite challenging. But on the last Monday of August, our odds were pretty good, and in fact, it wasn't very busy at all. Despite visiting at least 24 lakes during this trip, we hadn't used our kayaks yet. But that morning was the perfect opportunity for it, especially considering how clear the water was. We paddled around for a couple of hours, enjoying the calm waters, and crossing to the other side to admire the emerald green patches of water above sandy ground. With the mountains in the background, it could not have been a more perfect place to take the kayaks out. We continued to enjoy the waterfront for a bit, and then it was time to get on the road again. The following day we headed to Tumbler Ridge and decided to go explore the backcountry towards Bootski Lake. Bootski Lake is a small alpine lake on the north flank of Mount Wapiti, about 80 kilometers southeast of Tumbler Ridge, British Columbia. After climbing on a Forest Service road for 3.5 kilometers, we ended up in a meadow, and the trail disappeared, which was a bit surprising to us as we are used to always sticking to marked trails and avoiding stomping on vegetation. So, we went in the general direction of the main summit and bowl. After taking some photos and flying the drone, it It was now time to turn around and go down the mountain, back to civilization. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.